Signore e signori, diamo il benvenuto al nostro Royal Diamond DB, Giorgio Trabaldo.
I like the way you work it. Never met an angel that was perfect. I never met a demon that was worth it. Yeah. They know the book will come with amenities and plenty fees. Your favorite model is not as 10 to me. I got 10 of these. Your favorite rapper still feeding off my energy. I just talked to Jeff, I told him strictly pesos. I just talked to Jeff, I told him strictly bezos. Cause I'm too rich to pay hoes.
Wow.
Old niggas hating on the young niggas, damn. Young niggas wildin' out, beefing on the gram. I just hope this money don't make me lose who I am. It's funny cause this money made me lose all my friends. They said something about me, Millie, you moving different than them. It's little fish, I take your bitch for a swim. The jury loud, but the rich
Guys.
That 33 on me like Pippin again. I've been a boy.
Let me tell you something, guys. Oh man, I love you so much, guys. Guys, let me tell you something, guys. The more I grow, the more I feel connected to God, the more I feel my heart is opened. Follow through, follow through. The more I'm growing in this company, the more I get in touch with the founders, the more I get closer to other leaders, crossline, upline, downline. I don't care. The more I move through my life, the more I feel connected, the more I feel grateful. And this is a real blessing. The more I think I cried today more than I cried in the last 6 months. What about you guys? Did you cry today? Because a man who don't cry, it's not a man, let me tell you. A man who don't show emotions is not a man, let me tell you. So I love everyone who cried because it means you are opened. You feel you connected to other people. You can feel the pain through other people. And this is the real blessing. It's the feelings. And Nick spoke about this amazingly. I was like looking at this man and saying, what the heck? And then there's people lacking things, people thinking they miss things in life. So beyond grateful for standing on this logo, beyond grateful to be here, beyond grateful to share these 30 minutes with you guys. But if you allow me today, I'm gonna do a real talk with you. Can I do a real talk? Do you give me the responsibility to tell you the truth, guys? Because I think what we need now is to channel things. Are we ready to channel energy to the right things? Do we say ready if you're ready? Are you ready, guys? So let's go and channel the truth because it's time, guys. It's time to have courage in our life. It's time to, show up on a family meeting and say, guys, you know what? I want to present you something. It's time to be outside with a couple of friends and say, guys, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. It's time to have courage. How many people here feel inside that they have understood, but they are fearful? They don't know, maybe, but when I get back home and you feel this anxiety building up, how many of you feel a little bit of anxiety? Saying, oh man, now I'm going to go back home and then what? What if everything goes back to before? That's a fear. Close your eyes 1 second with me, 1 second. Do you see that fear? That fear is the old you. Now focus, like Nick said, in the future you. Do you see that future you? Do you know how it feels? Because what you feel now, it's not fake, guys. What you feel now is the truth. It's what you really, really desire deep inside of you. So the choice that we have every day, it's asking ourselves, who it's time to feed? Do we feed the old us? Do we feed the new us? The new me? It's time to have courage, guys. Because I firmly believe that there are not winners and losers in this life. There are people with no plan and no guidance. How many of you guys are people who feel you deserve something more, but still maybe you didn't have a plan, you didn't have a guidance. Now we have a plan, now we have a company, now we have a guidance, now we have a system, now we have everything. Who's missing? We're the only piece of missing of this puzzle. So the plan is to have courage, guys. If you ask yourself, and sit down, chill, because we have a little bit of time together. If you ask yourselves, so what's the plan, Giorgio? You said there are people that just need to have a plan and a way. What's the plan and what's the way? The plan is the way. It's to have courage. It's to get out there, face our fears, make it happen, talk to more people, do those posts. Let's keep this thing simple, guys. Some of you see chairs, you know? Let me bump down here. I will jump. Some of you guys, you see these, you know what I mean? You see this. You know what this is? What is this? Tell me. It's a chair. You know what I see? I don't see a chair. Guess what I see? I don't see a woman here. I see a soul. I don't see the mind, I see the soul. I don't see chairs. I see a beating soul. When I come to events like these, I get shaken. I open my heart. I cry out. Because when I see people crying down there, that's deep. And I know how that feels. I know how that feels. I can cry every single day of my life, thinking where I started. My mom took me to an event like this 8.5 years ago, September 2016. And I was sitting in a chair. And everyone thought there was a chair. The power of these 12,000 beating souls, it's huge. It's deep. I don't know if you feel this, guys, but this is deep shit. It's deep. This is deep shit. This is deep. This is deep, guys. Room like these change lives. Ask all the leaders, how many rooms did they sit into? You know, this is my 11th convention. My life, I don't calculate my life in years. I calculate my life in conventions. How old are you? 11 conventions. How old are you? Stefano, how old are you? 7th? 50? Oh, guess what is a presidential diamond? Miguel, how old are you? Where's Miguel? Where is Phil? How old are you? 4 years old. That's cool. That's a presidential diamond. Oh, ask Moin. How old are you, Moin? He can count the conventions. You can hate or love this business. You can be a hater. You can do YouTube videos. You can bash this industry. You can tell, but look at Giorgio. Look at these people shouting. You can hate or love this industry. I don't care. Because these rooms change lives. Alicia's life is never going to be the same. Never going to be the same. So, let's ask ourselves 1 second. How do I get myself out of the way? What's the issue? Do you speak English? Chiara, of course you speak English. I know you. So, Chiara has to ask herself, how do I get myself out of the way? Because she has a soul. The soul is beating. The heart is beating. She can have success. Do you agree? Success already exists. Do you agree? She does not have to. She does not have to invent $10,000 a month. Ask ChatGPT how many people are making $10,000 a month in the world. Robert Kiyosaki, what does he tell us? 5% of the population is rich. Correct? That's Robert Kiyosaki. It's famous. You can also Google these numbers for USA, for Europe. You will see the numbers match. It's approximately 5%. So it means that in this room, if you are 12,000 people, 5% are rich. When you walk outside and you go to the supermarket and you meet 100 people, just know 5 of those people, even if they don't look like rich, they're rich. Now you think it's complicated to become rich somehow, because that's our poor mindset that makes us see things as complicated. But there's so many freaking millionaires out there. So many free people are in the world. They exist. 5% is a lot of number. You think, 5% it's hard. What? 5% it's easy. That's how successful people think. They see statistics in a different way. Haters would say, yeah, but only 5% win. And you're like, that's a good number. I just need to do what 95% of people are not willing to do. So guess what, guys? Do you think 95% of Barcelona is sitting in this arena? Huh? No. How many people live in Barcelona? Do you know? How many? 2 millions? 3? Okay, what is 5% of 3 millions? It's more or less than 12%, than 12,000. It's more. So you're actually sitting here, learning this business, understanding the skills. It's already putting you in a position to destroy the marketplace. That's how I always thought. I was someone like you in a room like this 8.5 years ago, and I was always asking myself, what does the person next to me is not willing to do? What 95% of this room is not willing to do? So think, when you get out of those doors, when you walk out, ask yourself, 95% of the people in this room want to do certain things. Write those things down. While I talk, try to think, so what majority of the people around me are not willing to do? Because if you do those things, there's a high chance that you're going to be on stage next convention as a new rank. So becoming successful, it's not so complicated as people trying to pitch us. So I have to ask myself, how do I get myself out of the way? How do I get my fears out of the way? How do I get my doubt out of the way? Because in this business, what we have to do is to get ourselves out of the way. What do I mean? Let's get a little bit deeper. Let's see if I don't break my pants. Listen carefully, guys. Today I got some good stuff. This is gonna be the last speech. I wanted all this energy, guys. You really take this and we put it into action. Because the worst thing that there is in convention and personal development events and business events, it's people who don't take action. That's kind of disgusting. Do like it with me. Like imagine yourself and looking at yourself and saying, you, It's so beautiful. There's nothing worse than having a dream and not taking action, because the dream becomes a nightmare. There's nothing worse than having a dream and not taking action, because the dream becomes a nightmare. How many of you have a dream, you don't take action, and then you get anxiety because you're like, I should do, I don't do, I want to do, I believe I can do. You know what I love about success? It's that success shouts. It doesn't whisper. It shouts. You can really see success from a distance. Maybe some of you guys are sitting up there and you think, we leaders, we don't see you. We do see you. When I walk to get out, I look at people. I look at the posture. I look at how they're dressed. I look at the energy, because I remember how I was when I was at my first convention. I remember the energy I always had. Attitude is the key thing leaders look for in people. We can train you on the skills. We cannot train you on the attitude. You need to develop that. So how do you get yourself out of the way? Becoming a promoter. Becoming a promoter. Let's dig deeper. Because if you understand these concepts, you're going to get out here and you're going to destroy this business. You're going to improve your life. You're going to really shift your business. Does someone here wants to change his life, guys? Say yes. Say yes. How much you want to change? Big or small? Okay. So how do you get a promoter? What does becoming a promoter means? It means bringing people to events. So look at this. How do I get myself out of the way? How many people at the beginning of this business? How many people are here less than 1 year? Less than 1 year in the business. Show me. I don't see you very well, but okay. A bunch of people. So your goal, guys, is not to get out here and try to persuade people, convince people. That's not what we do. We connect people. You know some smart people. You know some influential people. Become a promoter of your upline. Become a promoter of an event. Become a promoter of a Zoom call. Become a promoter of a book. Become a promoter of an idea of someone else. This is what champions do. When I started my business in 2016, I did nothing but bringing people to other people. Bringing people to events. Bringing people to convention. Because I knew they could explain things better than I. This was me in 2017. Look, this was the suit of my dad. You can really see it was big, was not fitting, but I was excited. I was so excited. I was on this stage. I remember saying, kind of, I made it. Like, so excited, $1,000 in 1 month. I was like, oh. And at that convention, this was after 1 year, I brought 122 people to a convention. I was lucky because the convention was in my home city. How many people are from Barcelona here? ¿Cuánta gente española que está acá de Barcelona? Muy pocos hay, ¿eh? Imagínense. Think. This event was in my home city, it was Torino, Italy. And I brought 122 people after 1 year. So if you're wondering, how did Giorgio grow in the business? I grew from convention to convention, from convention to convention. So becoming a promoter is a key thing. Guys, imagine you're someone new, but you know someone influential, correct? Everyone knows someone influential, eh? Everyone. Maybe it's your son, maybe it's your daughter, maybe it's your cousin, maybe it's a friend of a friend. Everyone knows that person. You should not say, hey, join my business. You should say, hey, look, I just get out of a convention. It's exciting here. It's beautiful. I understood that there's a huge business to do in Barcelona. You're much better than I am. You're much more influential than I am. That's why I thought of you. I would love you to connect to a successful person in this business. Maybe you can do something together. Do you see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? So I just do the connector and promotion. I'm promoting someone else. I'm saying, you're better than I am. You don't talk to me. You don't have to join me. I just want to make sure that you know an opportunity. That's what you want to do outside of this convention, guys. As soon as you get out, start connecting, start promoting, become a storyteller. The question we have to ask ourselves is, how big is my vision? How big is my story? Guys, people buy stories. Look at the Bible. What is the Bible? What are the, all the stories in the Bible? What about the tales? You know the tales? They tell you the tales with the animals, and this animal was this, and you understand life through stories. So it's fascinating to me seeing how many people think this business is a rational business. This is not a rational business. This is an emotional business. On top, we put rationality, but it's emotional. We're human beings. If you think human beings are rational, you're making a big mistake. Just look around. Is it rational to smoke? Yes or no? Why people smoke? Is it rational not to want a better life? No, it's irrational. Why people then keep doing the same things? Why people keep smoking? Why people keep having toxic relationships? Why? Because it's not about the rational mind. If it was about the rational mind, everyone would get it. So the stories are the most powerful thing. So we should ask ourselves, how big is my story? Because when I used to go to my friends in 2016, 2017, and I still do it today, I don't talk about the technical stuff. I show them where I'm going to go. I show them about the story of this company, the story of Sage Master, the story of my leader, the story of this person who changed his life. I tell stories because stories sell. So let's make an example. I pick some of you randomly. I take you here and I'm like, okay, tell me your story. I give you the mic. Like, tell me your story. What story is he going to tell me? What? Which one? The past. Correct? You're going to think, look, I come from this background. I'm at this age. No. I'm not asking you about that story. I want to know the next story. Sorry. So about the future story. Okay. So the future story, I'm telling myself every day. They don't know, but that's what, it's, I never thought of it. That's the point. Ask yourself, how many big pages could you write if you had to write an essay? How many pages could you write about your future? Now, second question, how many pages could you write about your past? What has more pages written? The past or the future? You know perfectly the past, correct? You can explain me perfectly all the details of your past. That's where you lived, that's where you live. What about the future? So imagine when you meet someone new. I meet Leo, I'm like, hey, nice to meet you, who are you? Oh, I'm a plumber. What? I'm doing the plumber, and you add the future story. You're not a plumber. I'm not a plumber. You understand? Oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, I'm a student. Oh, I'm a mom. Guys, this is key. 1, we need to become promoters. 2, we need to become storytellers. What's your story? Ask yourself, if Giorgio would listen to my story, and he's and I'm from another company, would you be interested in joining me? I heard many stories in my life. So imagine if your story is big enough to attract enough people. The bigger the story, the bigger the crowd. The bigger the story, the bigger the following. The bigger the story, the bigger the money. The bigger the story, the bigger the history you're gonna make. Ask yourself tonight, how big is my story? What story am I telling myself? What story am I telling to other people? Third point, become a presenter. Guys, I have a challenge for you, but I will get to that later. But becoming a presenter. How many people here present the business? So do one-on-ones, Zoom calls. How many people here do that? Okay, a lot of hands down. So your life is gonna change in this business, guys, when we're gonna become presenters. Becoming a presenter. Imagine I pick her. What's your name? Milena. I love Milena. Imagine I meet Milena and I have to explain her the business. What's my story? I tell her even before I start the presentation. Hey, Milena, nice to meet you. Look, I'm Giorgio. I was born in Italy. I have a normal background. I suffered from this. Now I'm this. And look, Milena, before I even explain you the business, let me tell you where I'm gonna go. So now I'm at this position in my life, and I want to go to this position in my life. I want to help these people, and I want to grow this business, and I want to go to these places, and I want to build this life, and I want. Okay, are you ready for the business now? She's already like this. I want to join. Milena, but you don't know nothing. And she's like, no, I want to join because the story is big enough. Because the story is big enough. How many people here think, I don't know what to tell this person? Oh, I should explain the compensation plan. I don't know how to explain Sage Master. But Sage Master is complicated. No one's give a hell about Sage Master. You understand? At the beginning, no one understand nothing about Sage Master. At the beginning, you understand? So if you go, okay, I'm a tech, I'm an engineer. Let me explain everything. You lose the person. 99% of people, you lose them. Sit down and tell them about how your life is gonna look like thanks to this business. How the founder said the story. This is gonna impact people. Third point. So becoming a presenter, guys. We need to train ourselves and decide tonight if we want to become presenters at high level or not. Because those who will build the business. You know why? Because when you present, you tell your. When you present, you tell your. When you present, you tell your. You tell your. Okay, and when you tell your story, who you're telling the story to? Yourself. So the reason I became successful and I believed in me and in the thing I was about to build is because every day I did so many presentations, and in every presentation I was pitching the story to myself. So everyone was like, oh, Giorgio, you sold me this. Yes, but I sold it to myself. Don't worry. Like, I had to sell the story to myself. Guys, becoming the star you want to become comes from you telling the story to yourself. Do it out loud. Most people say, yeah, I read that in a book. I should tell the story out loud to me. You don't do that, correct? Even though you know. That's why when you read the book, The Millionaire Mind, they say, shout out loud, I'm a millionaire. Correct? How many people don't do that? They're like, oh, shout out loud, I'm a millionaire. That's why presentations change your life. Because when you're in charge of a room full of people who want to understand, guess what you have to do? Okay, I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna tell my story, okay? And then you tell your story once, and then you tell it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and this changes your life. This was me, my first presentation. And I don't have a better picture, but it's better like that, you know? Blurry, better. I still remember this presentation. In this presentation, it was September 2017, 1 year after. Like 20 people, 25, how many? 30. I was all dressed up. Oh man. That's and in presentations you keep being a storyteller. So there are different type of events. The bigger the room, the bigger the impact. So we have home meetings. We have hotel rooms, then we have city events. Then what? Then we have regional events, then we have national events, and then we have like this, international events. Tell Leo to bring the things on stage. He knows what it is. Where's Leo? Leo has to bring something on stage. I want to show you something. So the bigger the room, the bigger the impact. Guys, you're sitting here today. This is life-changing, I tell you. If you allow this business to enter in your life and you take action upon it, this is going to have a tremendous impact on your life. Bringing people to events is the thing that impacts the most. And decisions, the things are there, I didn't see. And decisions shape our destiny. So imagine, guys, many people here want to have a better life, right? There's someone here who wants a better life. Say aye. How many people here want to have more money? Say aye. I didn't hear. How many people here want a better life? Say aye. How many people here feel inside they deserve something more in this life? Say aye. But we want something more in this life, correct? We want more better relationships. We want more money. We want more love. We want to be, to feel more comfortable on stage. We want to feel more experiences. We want more in this life. But guess what? Let me show you something. It happens like this sometimes, We want to feel more. And this happens, You have this on your back. You have a fear in your back. And then you're like, oh, I want to have more in my life. Yes, right. I want to have more money. And then you're like, okay, but how do I get more money? I don't know. And then you go back here and you take this. And this says negativity. And you put this on top of you. And you're like, yes, Giorgio, I swear I want to have more people at the nice convention. Giorgio, I want to have more confidence in myself. But the negativity is knocking. But you say to your upline, no, Joe, I swear to God, I want to have more skills in trading. But guess what? Your past account that you burnt, it's weighing on you. It's like, what if I burn another account? What if I burn another business partner? And then you're like, God, I want more money. And you're like, I swear I want more people that believe in me. I would love more success in my life. And you're walking around with this, and God is looking at you and saying, how the hell do I give you more? You don't even have the space to hold it. You don't even have the space to hold more because you're walking around like this. Guys, life sometimes is about more. But many times it's about letting go. Letting go. We have to take like this and say, I love you. Thank you for making me who I am. Thank you for teaching me the things you taught. Thank you for allowing me to know how suffering feels, because now I can understand other people. Thank you for, coming from a normal place and know what making money means, the value of money. Thank you for not giving money for granted. Thank you for everything you gave to me, but now it's time to go. And then you take your backpack. And then you take this and you're like, thank you. Because being able to handle negativity is part of the business. I had to come through you. I had to come through you. Business of network marketing is going to teach you the things, the hard stuff that brings skin in the game. But you look at it and say, you know what? It's enough. I don't want to have any more negative people. I'm not going to watch any negative video. I'm not going to talk about about anyone negatively. It's enough. You served me, but now it's time to move on. And then you take this and you're like, oh, fear is going to come and knock at your door tomorrow morning. Hello. How are you? You sure you're going to make it? And you're going to be like, ha. Is there Fraser there? How you going to do? Ha. Let's make Fraser proud. Come on. Ha. How many people here are willing to let go and just get out there. How many here, guys? If you're ready, say yes. Say yes. Say yes.